yung front organization. So medyo vague yun kasi sinasabi ninyo CPP, NPA, NDF and their front organization. So ano po yung tinutukoy nyo dito? So very vague yun. Kasi lahat na lang ng mga ina-associate sa CPP, NPA ay mga front organizations. Parang he has to surrender pati yung kanilang mindset, babaguhin niyo yung mindset, etc., etc., no? So yun po, Mr. Chair. So ito lang po, ang masasabi ko lang po, kung gusto nating mag-grant ng amnesty, it should be general, unconditional, and omnibus. So yun po, Mr. Chair. At tanggalin po yung front organization. Tanong ko kanina, Mr. Chair, yun po yung front organization, dapat tanggalin yun doon sa nilagay nyo doon sa Proclamation 404 or doon sa HCR 20.
Secretary?
Yes, Your Honor, considering that the implication of amnesty is this complete distinguished of the crime committed and the reconstitution of the civil and political rights of an individual. So the state should be guarded by those people who are committing crimes and use amnesty as a recourse for escaping from individual crime.
Honorable Castro, are you satisfied?
Hindi pa po nasasagot yung tanong ko, yung front organization. So medyo vague yun kasi sinasabi ninyo CPP, NPA, NDF and their front organization. So ano po yung tinutukoy nyo dito? So very vague yun. Kasi lahat na lang ng mga ina-associate sa CPP, NPA ay mga front organizations. So
May I
Okay,
interject, Mr. Chair?
before that, may I acknowledge the Honorable Deputy Majority Leader Judah Sidre, one of the authors of these resolutions. So the Honorable Chairperson, my colleague cannot answer the question of a fellow interpellator. So may I ask the Chairperson before?
Ma'am, ganito po yun, itong provisions na to, yung front organizations just provides for a premise who can apply for amnesty. It's not for red tagging purpose. So that, ma'am, magbigay ako ng example. Estudyante ako.
excuse me, pag sinabi mo front organization, kahit na sinasabi nyo, ang ibig ba sabihin combatant or non-combatant? Kasi yun sinasabing front organization po eh.
Ang provisions na ito ng proclamation is just to provide basis for the person to be qualified as applicant. So kunyari ganito, ma'am, estudyante ako, aktivista ako. And then member ako ng isang League of Filipino Students, LFS. Member ako ng LFS, kunyari, ma'am. And then nagrally ako. Kinasuhan ako ngayon ng police ng illegal assembly. So sabihin ko, hindi naman ako member ng CPP-NPA, member ako ng LFS. So kunyari, ma'am, ang LFS is identified as
excuse, is that being rebellion?
Hindi,
Pag
ma'am.
sinabi mong nag-rally ka at nahuli ka ng
Kaya nga,
police,
ma'am,
illegal
hindi po,
assembly.
ma'am.
So, anong ibig sabihin doon Mr.
Ma'am,
Chair? Kasi yung association kasi yun yung pino-question natin.
Oo. Hindi kaya, ma'am, ang inaano ko is the front organizations na sinasabi, ma'am, is
So sinasabi nyo front organization, yung
nakalagay
sinasabi
dito, ma'am.
ninyong
Oo, nakalagay dito.
organization.
Opo.
O kung may organization siya. Okay.
Oo. So ngayon, that will only provide a basis for someone who was accused for committing a crime under Section 1 ng proclamations to file an application for amnesty. That will qualify me kasi sabihin ko, kaya ako nag-rally because I am a member of the front organization.
Labo, Mr. Chair. Karapatan ng tao. Hindi pagre-rebelde yung sinasabi ninyo.
Ma'am,
Yung
hindi
taking
naman
up
pagre-rebelde,
arms. So,
ma'am.
siya,
Sir Chair.
isang membro sa ng organization, mag-a-apply siya ng amnesty for the reason na nag-rally lang siya.
Ma'am, kasi kinasuhan siya. Di ba? Usually man, yun,
Kinasuhan siya ng illegal assembly.
Ginawa,
Mag-a-apply siya ng amnesty. Yan ba yung definition natin po ng amnesty? So,
ma'am, dito
ibig
kasi-
mong sabihin yung mga kinukulong na mga illegal assembly, yung mga binanggit nyo dito, magpo-fall yun doon sa mga crimes under the amnesty.
parang
Parang-
the proclamations just provide
Point of order,
An
Mr.
avid-
Chair. Point of order.
Yeah,
Yes.
what is your point of order,
may I-
Honorable
Yeah,
Adjong?
for the exercise and observance of proper decorum, may I request our guests and our colleagues to address the chair, the joint chair, when exchanging views, Mr. Chair.
Apology, Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you.
Thank you, Vice Chairperson. I also forgot that. The Honorable Castro, go ahead, and then the Chairperson may just make a short response to the query.
Dun sa example ng chair ng amnesty, National Amnesty Commission. Okay. So, yun na nga po ang danger po no sinasabi ninyo dito na sino ba yung magagrant ng amnesty. Kaya nga in-specify ko nga dito no yung mga binabanggit dito na illegal assembly, illegal association, direct assault, disloyalty, etc., alarms and scandals, etc., na kapag ganito yung kaso ng isang tao, kasi individual yung amnesty, igagrant mo ng amnesty. Samantalang ito po ay, halimbawa po, yung freedom of association tsaka freedom of assembly, ginagaranti naman yan ng ating mga association, ng ating constitution. Hindi lang natin alam kung dahil sa constitution po, syempre inaano po natin na talagang yung peaceful assembly ayun guaranteed right po ng ating mga mamamayan, at yung pagsasalita ay freedom of speech, di ba? So guaranteed right naman po 'yun ng ating mga mamamayan. So sa example niyo po, parang hindi ko rin maintindihan kung paano niyo i-apply yung amnesty doon. So yun lang po. Hindi pa ako nasasagot, Mr. Chair, yung front organization. So kapag ikaw ay kung hindi naman siya membro ng isang organization, nag-illegal assembly siya, o ano ibig sabihin nun? So wala siyang ano po implication nun sa sinasabi niyong amnesty. So hindi ko po talaga mag-gets yung sinasabi Mr. Chair.
There's a
Interjection lang,
Yes,
Mr. Chair,
interjection. Okay,
on
go
the
ahead.
topic, Mr.
Oo.
Chair. Mr. Chair, kasi yung Section 1, grant of amnesty dito sa Proclamation 404, that is our question, would-be amnesty grantees are enticed to surrender and thereafter trapped in a web of self-incrimination. They are obliged or forced to admit to membership in the Communist Party of the Philippines, New People's Army, and the National Democratic Front of the Philippines, and the latter so-called front organizations of having committed a number of anti-government actions which may include activities that do not involve the use of arms. Yun po yung sinasabi, no? Sinasabi ni Kong Franz, no? This provision basically restores Republic Act 1700 o yung anti-subversion law, which penalizes mere membership in the CPP, NPA, and DFP regardless of actual participation in rebellious activities. The amnesty program also effectively criminalizes political activism and conflates it with rebellion and insidiously targets persons who would not otherwise be categorized as rebels because they have not taken up arms. Yun po, no, yung conflation ng taking up arms and nag-aarmas, malabo dito. Tapos yung mga ikakaso, ganon, o di kaya papaaminin ka na ikaw ay ganito, tapos saka ka mag-amnesty. Ganon yung itsura, Mr. Chair. Kaya, Mr. Chair, itong deletion of the part of this section, well, we are opting for that. Pero syempre, hindi naman din yun yung overall naming we all want peace. Yun naman yung gusto natin sabihin, But we would like also that the product of a peace process sa pakikipag-usap sa CPP, NPA, NDF, no? Ang maging resulta nung amnesty, no? Kasi mas malalaman natin kung anong kondisyon meron sila para dito, Mr. Chair. Yun lang. Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
tapusin ko
Honorable
na lang.
Franz Castro. Yeah, okay.
Tapusin ko na lang po. So, tama po yung sinabi ni Kong Arlene. Siguro mas malinaw yung sinasabi niya, no? Distinguishing between practicing yung mga rights na guaranteed by the Constitution tsaka doon sa rebel. So, ito po, no? Ang basic line lang po natin dito ay you address the root cause of armed conflict. Kagaya na sinabi ni Colonel Kerubin kanina, kahit na bumalik ka na doon sa mainstream, pero kung nakikita mo pa rin yung abuso ng mga militar, abuso ng mga pulis, korupsyon ng mga nasa gobyerno, laganap yung kahirapan, maliit na sahod, contractual, etc., magbibreed pa rin ito ng rebellion. Kaya hanggat hindi ina-address ito, Mr. Chair, through the peace negotiation and peace process, no, between mga rebels and mga groups. So babalik at babalik 'yan. So yun po ang sinasabi natin. Katulad ng pinauna ko kanina, yung mga other groups of rebels, yung kanila pong yung amnesty na binigay sa kanila ay after na ito nung peace process. So yun lang po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Franz Castro. You are Honorable Secretary Galvez. You want a rejoinder?
Sir, I will just make some manifestations on
Okay.
some of the statement of our honorable Congressman Franz Castro. Ma'am, I'm going around nationwide. I believe we are aware that there are more than 39,000 combatants and non-combatants who already surrendered. Actually, yung sinasabi natin na pinaamin natin sila, it's not a correct statement, considering that they are willingly, nandito yung mga ating mga LGUs sa Region 9 and even our congressman sa different regions. They are aware na meron talagang mga nagsusurrender po na CPP, NPA, NDF. For your information, kinakausap po namin sila isa-isa. At ang mahirap po dito, may mga karamihan din po dito, lalo na sa Region 9. May 32 po na nire-request po nga sa safe conduct pass na ma-issuehan namin dahil kasi ang hirap, nag-surrender na po sila, nahuli pa po rin sila ng police dahil kasi nga active pa rin po yung tinatawag nating cases. And I believe, Ma'am Divina Grace, Congressman Yu, with the Governor, na talagang kasama po namin sa localization ng peace process. Even Region 9 is one of our model. Nakita po namin talaga yung hirap na ano po natin ng mga ating mga combatants na nagbalik loob na po through our ICLIP at saka balik program, ay nandun pa po sa kulungan. I accounted 6 of them. And even I requested the PNP that I could talk with them. Ang request po nila, isa na magkaroon sila ng amnesty, considering that they already returned to the folds of the law. That's why yung amnesty natin sa CPP-NPA is very flexible. It covers yung former rebels that really renounced the armed struggle. They surrendered their firearms and they already returned to the fold of the law. For the information of everybody, the UPAPRO is now creating what we call special project teams. Yung mga high commander po, naka-employ na po sa amin. Sila po ang gumagawa ng mga project para po yung mga combatants po, for example, doon sa Region 9, more or less 123 combatants na nag-surrender o tinatawag namin Friends Rescued, FR, Friends Rescued, ay matugunan po yung pangangailangan nila. So meaning, yung 39,000 combatants and non-combatants, real po yun, accounted po yun, hindi po yun tinatawag natin na mga bogus po na rebel returnee. At the same time, yung kanilang kaso hindi po trump up dahil kasi talagang ang kaso po nila is killing some political leaders, mga barangay captains, and also mga kapgo. At saka yung mga encounter sa sundalo, nakasuhan po sila. So yun lang po ang gusto namin correct so that we can have some sort of a clear table kasi meron tayong tinatawag na certain positions to restart or to have a new peace process with the CPP-NPA. So with that, ang ano ko lang po is I would like to really to make a manifestation that there are instances talaga na nakakulong na mga nag-surrender and they aspire to be amnestied. Kaya po yung amnesty nito ay pinupus po namin dahil kasi this is also for them.
Anyway, first, Mr. Chairman, with regards to cases that was filed against those former rebels and members of those organizations with the peace agreement with the government, with regards to the MILF, I think MILF, MNLF, and with my group, no? I just, si Galvez will just correct me if may problema doon sa question of sa MILF, but an MNLF. But in the case of my former group, Mr. Chairman, malinaw yung provisions on the peace agreement that was signed, no? Though, wala yun sa exit. Dito pala sa mother agreement, malinaw na yun. And specific agreements, no? Supplementary agreements, Mr. Chairman. Malinaw doon na cases that was committed, alleged cases that was committed prior to the signing of the peace agreement, and that includes warrant of arrest, you cannot serve it. But cases that was committed after the signing of the peace agreement, pwede talaga impose ng government yun. Yung pag-serve ng warrant, at the same time, yung litigation, up to it's either dismissal or conviction. So in the case of MLF, I do believe that it is also the same. And in the case of MLF, cases prior to the signing of the peace agreement should not be served and implemented by the government of the Republic of the Philippines. It is a sign of goodwill. Kasi those crimes was allegedly committed prior to the signing. Now, of course, dun sa issue, technical aspect of that is, of course, some were issued safe conduct passes because their their crimes that was lodged in regular courts was actually committed prior. Pero cases that will be committed by such member of this organization, though he is a bona fide legitimate member of such organization and he commit a crime after the signing, magkaiba po yun. That will not be covered by such provision of the agreement, of the peace agreement. Now, on the second issue, and I hope in that first issue, i-clarify lang, confirm ni Sec. Galvez if I'm correct, my impression with regards to MILF and MNLF. Now, on the second issue about the crimes committed, that is why it is very clear and stipulated in Section 1 kung ano yung mga crimes and kung ano yung mga crimes that will not be, you will not be eligible. Diba? As an applicant. Kasi alam nga naman, rebelde ka tapos rapist ka. Ay, hindi na yung political belief ang pag-rape. Diba? That is not anymore political belief. In furtherance of your political belief, arson. But of course, unless trump-up cases, magkaiba yon. Kasi pag-apply mo, that will be proven by the Amnesty Commission, yung board nila. Now, question of kidnap or ransom. Of course, if you are really a rebel and in furtherance to your cause, you will not commit kidnap or ransom. Maybe you will hostage or take in your possession uniformed personnel, but not in exchange of a certain amount, but maybe in exchange of so-called swap of political prisoners.
Next interpolator, the Honorable Brosas.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, nagkakaisa naman tayo, no, sa mithiing kamtin ang kapayapaan sa ating bayan. Paano, for example, Mr. Chair, categorical lang to, no, lalong-lalo na sa OPAP. Kasi they will answer this. Meron kasing cases, halimbawa, kung yung mga consultants na kinasuhan ng Anti-Terrorism Act, paano po magkakaroon ng peace process or peace negotiations if they're not allowed. So may mga ganong mga Mr. Chair. But I am not it is up to the panel naman. I think na pag-usapan 'yon, but I am just putting it out right now na baka kailangan sagutin kung paano yung mga cases na ganon, Mr. Chair. Lalo na sa OPAP.
Secretary Galvez. Secretary Galvez.
Your Honor, may I defer po to answer considering that the official discussions on this is not yet on the table. And it is our agreement that there is no precondition for this time. So may we allow that this will be one of our inputs, but we cannot discuss.
So you are saying that is hypothetical. It's not
yes.
yet on the table.
Yeah, actually, sir, all of the inputs that has been with Congressman Brosas will be taken in the table.
Okay.
But there is no precondition because if we really want this, we can find ways.
Honorable Process.
Mr. Chairman,
The Honorable,
again, just a short interjection.
okay, very, very short.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, Mr. Chairman, this is all about the 2 years application kasi 2 years. Now, if there is an ongoing peace agreement with mainstream CPP and PNDF as of now, no? May mga backdoor, hindi na nga backdoor siguro kasi may common statement na lumabas. And this will not cover, of course, because some of the panelists of the CPP and PNDF mainstream may mga cases that falls on the anti-terrorism law. So, separate yun. But of course, if the peace agreement between the CPP and PNDF mainstream and the government of the Republic of the Philippines will push through and will have a mother agreement, of course, magbabago yon. Another proclamation, kasi sabi ko nga kanina, yun ang pinakadulo lagi, yung amnesty for each and every individual rebel leader or rebel combatants. Now, in the case of the CPP and PA mainstream, hindi pasok dito. Ibang usapin yun. But of course, I do believe na pag dumating dun sa punto na magkapirmahan na dun sa mother agreement and all other supplemental agreements, sigurado ako, this should be considered because now they are tagged being as terrorists. They have cases dun sa anti-terrorism law. But why you talk to the terrorists, di ba? There should be no peace negotiation. Theoretically, in principle, you should not talk peace with terrorists. But of course, as of now, there is an anti-terrorism law that was passed by this Congress and of course, being implemented now by the ATC. But again, ang sinasabi ko lang, looking forward, pag na-consummate, nagkapirmahan, sigurado ako, mag-iiba yung mag-iiba yung mga individual at saka organizational cases that is being lodged and filed against those individual rebel combatants and rebel leaders in relation to the anti-terrorism law.
Okay. Thank you,
Yun
the
ako.
Honorable
Thank you.
Paduano.
Mr. Chair, last
yes.
na lang. Oo. Thank
Okay.
you. Last na lang, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
opo.
Final
Go ahead,
lang,
go ahead.
Mr. Chair. Siguro yun nga, Mr. Chair, on the table yung lahat. Pero it is really a thorn yung terrorist tagging sa ganyang condition. So what do we want? Parang ganyan. Para sa amin, sa Makabayan, we would want a general na amnesty, meaning all political prisoners, alleged political offenders, or others as defined, will be covered by the amnesty program. Unconditional means walang precondition na set before they can be released. They will not have to go through a tedious application process and will not be required to plead guilty or make any admissions. They only need to be covered by the definition and effectivity of the proclamation. The operative act needed to effect their immediate release is their inclusion in a pre-screened list and acceptance of the general, unconditional, and omnibus amnesty proclamation. And on this omnibus kasi all charges or offenses as defined in the proclamation are covered by the amnesty. Yun po, kaya tinawag na general, unconditional, omnibus amnesty proclamation. That is what we would want sana. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Brosas.